All right, so to get started today, I am doing a fan picked character. One of you, or I think a couple of people, uh, recommended Elias Kingston. And earlier in some of my videos, I think I was calling him Ellis, but it's Elias. But whatever his name is, that is the character we're going to do. I'll post a little thumbnail here of what he looks like. He was also in the picture at the beginning of the video, but that's who we're going to work on today. And I've got this poor little guy here, and I'm trying to make him a new body. This one is just really short and not going to work because he's really short, to the other characters. So I've been taking him apart. I'm going to just keep doing that and remake him a body out of some wire. And then I had these pants that I was hoping would work, but it wasn't going to match the other gray material for the rest of the outfit. So I'm just going to scrap those and completely make a whole new outfit from scratch so that the fabric will all be the same. And I went to fabric stores and I didn't want to spend a fortune on fabric, just for such a small piece. And I couldn't find the right color of gray that I needed for this outfit. So I got desperate and I just cut the bottoms off a pair of pants that I had. So this is going to be the fabric for his little outfit. And the pants are not that important. So I thought, well, it won't hurt to cut them off a little bit. Because when I normally wear those pants, I shove them down in a pair of boots because they actually just go to a costume that I've got. But anyway, that's the fabric for the outfit, and I like that material. It looks kind of fancy. These were actually not really cheap pants, so it is a nice fabric, and it'll look really good for the character. Um, but anyway, I'm going to finish getting this apart and work on his new body and get him put together real quick before I dress him. And then I got to find something to make him some hair. And I think this face is going to work really good for the character, especially after I get it painted. I think he's just got the right look for it. So let me just, get the little wire body put together, and then I need to think of something that I can wrap it with to bulk him out. I don't think I have any of this foam. I wished I had some sort of foam, but I'll just have to dig around and see what I can come up with. So this is where I am now, and I know it don't look like much, but I've just done that out of wire. I've got Shaggy here to use as a model to kind of figure out how tall to make him and how long to make the legs and the arms. So, again, he don't look like much yet, but once I start putting this all together, I think it's going to look a lot better. The little head will just glue on there like that, and that already looks better just doing that. But I'm going to kind of bend him where I want it, and then like right here, the little hand, I got to make sure I'm putting the right hand. It's got a little hole in it, and I'm just going to put that wire through it, or I hope that'll go through it. All right, there it goes. All right, so put it right about where we want it to go. And all right, probably there. And then I'm just going to bend up the wire like that. And then there's his little arm. And that's actually just how it was done originally. And then I'll just wrap the arms. I think I'm going to wrap these in felt to, bulk him up a little bit so he ain't just like a little wire frame. So that looks pretty good. I'm going to do the same thing with the other hand and then the same with the feet. Just make sure I've got it where I want it. And I got to make sure, see if this is a left and a right. They might both be the same. Sometimes they don't really, they look like they are a left and a right. Or they kind of look, they don't really have, I don't think it matters. I think they both look kind of the same to me. So just stick the wire. And I like this type of a body. Well, I mean, I'd rather have a body like Shaggy because then I wouldn't have to be making a body, but since I'm having to make it, it's pretty easy. Just making it from the wire. then I'm not going to cut any of that wire off. I'm just going to leave it there, but you can sort of see how that's coming together now. So I'm going to finish that up and then wrap him in felt, and then we'll start making his little outfit. All right, so here's where I'm at, and what I'm going to do now is he don't look really good, but he'll look pretty good once I get his clothes on there. And before I do cut his little outfit out, I'm going to go spray the back of this with some spray Mod Podge, because I'm hoping that'll keep it from fraying when I cut it. Usually I just paint the Mod Podge on, but this time I'm going to use the spray version, hoping that that will work because it's just easier. And if I put enough on it, I think it will work. So we're going to do that. And then I'm just going to go ahead off camera, cut his little outfit out and glue it on him. And then I guess we'll work on the face and the hair, but I'm going to go ahead and just do this part off camera. Do you all like my little cup? I found this, where did I find that? I don't even know. Maybe the dollar store, one of the dollar stores, I don't know. Walmart, I don't know where that came from, but I thought it was awfully cute. So that's what I've been drinking out of. Now, when I was looking at this, I was noticing that I like the face, but if you look at the picture, I'm going to post it again here. He's got like a really long chin and jaw. And so what I'm actually going to do is take some of my little Sculpey clay and try to sculpt out his chin and his jaw a little bit more square and longer to make it look a little more like the cartoon does. So let's check out his before, and then I'm going to get it up here real good where I can get like a screenshot. Let me see. Yeah, well, I guess I could stop videoing and take a picture of it. Okay, well, never mind about the screenshot, but I just want to get a good picture before and after. But I'm going to just take some of this Sculpey clay and I'm just going to sculpt out a simple little jaw, and then I'll blend it in later when it comes to painting. So let me just do that. So here's what I've done, and there's the little chin. It don't look like much right now. It barely looks like a chin, and I've got it baked and it hooks right on there just how I wanted it to. And it looks so silly. I mean, it looks like a beard. I feel like he looks like a little Amish man, but I'm hoping that once I paint this, that it will all look like the face and not just like some weird, well, I kind of want to say it looks like something else, but it just looks like a beard hanging on his chin. But I'm going to get it super glued on and then paint. I might paint his face before I put the clothes on. I think that'd be a lot better. Or I don't know. I might throw the clothes on, but I may wait on the collar because I know the collar goes way up touching the chin. So I definitely want to get it painted before I do the collar. But I'm just going to do a lot of this off camera, and then I'll come back in a little bit and we'll check him out. So the way I'm seeing this right now, trying to get him dressed, I'm getting more creeper vibes from this, and I'm hoping he'll start to go away from that look after I start getting more done. And I've also decided that I'm going to have to paint the face before I do any more of the outfit, because there's just going to be no way to put the clothes on here and then try to paint that face. So I'm going to go ahead and get that done first. And I'm just going to paint it this basic color. I'm not going to do anything fancy. And then I'm going to give him sort of some yellow eyes and maybe paint the eyebrows back on. But there's really not a lot of detail going on. But I did super glue that chin on, and that super glue held really, really good. So I'm going to paint the face and then finish dressing him, and then we'll work on his hair. All right, well, before, I knew I'd forget to say this. Let me focus the camera a minute. Now, before I paint this, I'm going to actually go over it with Mod Podge, because there's that gap or that little seam where the chin is glued on. I'm going to try to hide the seam with a couple layers of Mod Podge so it'll have a smoother surface to paint on. I just feel like it won't stand out as much you know, if I put a little shell, basically like a little shell of Mod Podge over all of it to give it all one solid layer, I guess. But I just feel like that'll help blend it in better. So I'm going to Mod Podge it and then paint it. And I think that'll look pretty good. So I'm going to finish this up off camera because it's really just real simple face painting. Painting the hair, gluing the hair on. I'm going to paint the hair black so that it'll be black underneath in case if it's kind of thin and you see through it, it'll still be dark. So I'm going to paint the hair and then glue the yarn hair on, make that out of the yarn. Finish up his suit, and he looks kind of weird right now, but I really believe it's going to come together because I actually went in and painted a little bit of hair over here, and then that already gave me hope because as soon as I, you know, saw this, I thought, okay, I can kind of see the character. But I think once I give it the paint job, it's going to look better. Now that chin is just completely weird, but once he has a collar popped up here, that's going to hide a big part of that. You're not ever going to see this side of it like that. So it's going to look pretty good, I think, when it comes together. So let me finish him up and we'll check out the final look. All right, well, I didn't think I wanted to show anything before I jump to the final look, but I do want to show what he looks like. This is where I've got the hair on it, and I didn't like the color of the yarn. Looking at it, it's not that much different from what I am using, but in real life, it is different, and well, sorta. I don't know. I don't even know if it is that much different, but I was wanting something blacker. He's got really black hair, and you can kind of actually tell that color a little better when I hold it closer. This is almost a dark gray, and this hair is just blacker than this yarn. From that far away, it kind of looks the same, but anyway, I didn't like really that gray. I wanted something more black, so I've got this fake fur that I'm using, and I've just glued that on in layers like I've done on some other characters. And then, of course, I'm going to trim it up and style it, but I thought he was kind of funky looking, so I guess I'm going to go and get his hair trimmed up some, and I'll be back with some pictures. I'll do my final little video with him on the little spinny thing. And then I've got to try to figure out if there's a prop that, you know, add to it, which I think there might be, but it actually is something I've already got made that I will use for him. That, you know, but anyway, I'll grab that and we'll see what that is. All right, get ready to laugh because this one looks a little bit weird, but and when I first got him done, I was like, I mean, I liked it. I really like him, but at the same time, I think his chin is a little more than I meant for it to be. But for some reason, I like it a lot. I mean, I just think it's so funny. I'm going to actually try to stop him right here if I can. Uh-oh. All right, so let's get a good look at him just straight on. And he keeps getting that really bright glare. But I think the face has turned out cute. It's such a big difference from, you know, the way it started out. And at first, I didn't know if it would look good or not. I thought, you know, I just wasn't sure about him. But after looking at him, I think he's really cute. Um, Now he's truly a creepy character. He kept tying up the girls in that secret room, and you know, I had forgotten till the other day when I was looking over this episode that he goes in the episode that has that bookcase that slides back and forth. So that will be the room that I display him in. And the other thing, I didn't watch the entire episode, but I do know that there is a crystal ball on a table that's a big part of the episode. So his prop is actually going to be something I've had, which is this little table here. This didn't particularly go with anyone, but it's going to be so perfect with him because, again, he had that crystal ball. And I did use this table with Carlota in the earlier video where I did her, but she has her own little prop. She's got that tapestry piece. So I'm going to let this table with the crystal ball be his little prop. This one's turned out really cute. I the hair, it's, again, it's that fur. And I did go over that with some black paint because it still wasn't as black as I wanted it to be. The shoes, I'm going to have a close up, like a side by side of his shoes with the cartoon so that you can see those better here in a little bit. But the shoes couldn't have been more perfect. I mean, they look exactly like the shoes that he has on in the cartoon. Now, I don't know. Uh, I kind of remember what the episode is about. Again, I went over it a little bit, but I didn't watch it from beginning to end. But I always thought of him as being like a Barnabas Collins type person. He just kind of has that outfit, kind of like a Barnabas outfit, and I think he's supposed to have been sort of from that era. And I've always referred to that episode as like the Barnabas Collins episode, but it's a really cool episode. If you ever do start watching the Scooby Doo series, of course, start with the very first original 1969 Scooby Doo, Where Are You? That's always the greatest. But anyway, I hope you like how this has turned out. Now, again, this is one of the fan picked characters. People have messaged me a little bit on YouTube. They've messaged me on my Instagram and a Facebook page, which again, you might want to check out my Instagram and my Pinterest because I put a lot of stuff on there, the doll houses and stuff, and then a lot of my cosplays. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'm going to get started immediately on our last character, which is going to be the 13th ghost for this project. And so thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.